All right, everybody, check it out. We're back, and we've got some new stuff to unbox, including some stuff I'm probably going to want to check out this Halloween, and it's right here. Now, there's three things in here, hopefully, and hopefully they're intact. If I can get into them. So who knows? I might even be going to the movies this week. As I recall, the Toxic Avenger should be coming out this week. So, if everything works out, it should be pretty cool. All right, one moment. All right, so the first thing is the next chapter of Remonster. I do love this manga. The anime is actually pretty good. In fact, I actually, believe it or not, have season one of the anime right. A little different than, you know, the show and stuff, but it's still pretty cool. And Halloween candy started to come out. Check it out. We have our first bit here, like with Laffy Taffy. I love the banana and stuff. We also have what's going to be probably our primary thing here. The Conjuring is finally out in 4K. We will take a look at it from that as well. But this is pretty cool. Now, the full soundtrack is not out yet, but we do have a single from TRON ARES. That's right. Alive as You Need Me to Be. This is great. There's also another track of this on YouTube if you find it. It's basically like supposed to be a metal version, so that's going to be pretty cool. In fact, because there's really nothing to unbox here. It's pretty cool. We'll have to read this. Also, we're going to compare again to the original release, but I did want to show these guys off because I found these in the store that does these cool collectible toys. And it's basically this. About $10 a pop. They are licensed by Nintendo. And it's pretty cool. There's 8 to collect. There's all your units. You can see it's like $10 a pop. Pretty cool. And as it turns out, I got 4 different ones. The first one we got was, of course, the classic Game Boy. And what surprised me, as you can see in the back, is they do actually look a lot like their thing. We have, and their little keychains or backpack stuff. Here's an NES controller. Pretty cool. Here's a Game Boy Advance. And look, even in the back, it's pretty accurate to a degree. And finally, we have, of course, a Super Nintendo controller. One thing that's not very accurate, of course, is the little shoulder buttons. But check this out. Just look. That's right. The buttons actually move on all of them, which is pretty cool. So you have, it even makes a sound. Unfortunately, no, nothing with select buttons. So there's that. That's just a cool thing I wanted to show off. So there's that. All right. And also, these guys have hit the shelves again too. The Pumpkin Delights. These are really good. They taste really good. And the problem is they sell out really quickly. And also, some years they're not even available. Go figure. All right. We're going to be careful, but the first thing we're going for is, of course, going to be shit. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Trusty throwing knife will, of course, be TRON ARES. So, there we go. All right. Or in. There we go. Now, unlike most stuff, I tried to put the vinyls to actually keep the plastic on, unless I have to remove it, just because. All right. Here we go. Oh, that's cool. So it's basically a normal 35, but notice that writing on it, that's cool. It's designed like the movie. So here we have TRON ARES. I'm gonna have to put this on to see what it is later on. There's also apparently no CD version, but this is pretty cool. And this is basically like a little single, but if you've ever seen like a 45, this still plays in normal volume. And even the inside of the container is all black, so that's pretty cool. It's really nice. And this is actually a good song too, by the way. I really want that whole soundtrack. I just don't have the money right now to pay for it. All right. Now we got that out of the way. Let's get to the last thing in the video, and that is, of course, Conjuring on 4K. And we have the original Blu-ray here to go with. Now I'm wondering if we're first going to get Conjuring 1 and then we're going to get Conjuring 2 because Conjuring 2 is also not in 4K yet. So that would be cool. And this is a great movie. I can't wait to see this in 4K too. I might just put it in and watch it. I think I'll probably do this as one of my recommended movies for this year, especially the new 4K version. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the flame and the lettering and stuff is actually like the 4K up here. It's kind of foiled, so it has a, oh, there we go. A little bit of a different look. So that's pretty cool with the covering. That's really cool. All right. And I do love that they're doing them at the same point in time. In fact, it does look like it. This one, of course, in the original is more of a close up, whereas this one is the whole scene, as you can see. All right. That's the throwing knife. Here we go. I just love it when they do these movies and they restore them and put them into this kind of stuff. And the sheer amount of detail you can actually see is in some of these movies and stuff. Like amazing. Even just going up to 1080p if it's like a really old movie and you've only seen it like in VHS and stuff, it's a huge wake up call. All right, I'm still gonna have to keep the Blu-ray apparently because this is just a 4K copy. So there's that. All right, here we go. All right, there's my movie code if I ever decide to use this stuff. Oh, just one disc, literally. No bonus disc, none of that. Just a straight Blu-ray version. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, and it's got some special features. Hmm. And it looks like there's a couple of new features too. Okay, so there we go. There's the originals, three main featurettes, and there's what we have on this one. You can pause if you can get a good look. I'm trying to make it all work. All right. Now here's what the inside of Conjuring 1 looks like on Blu-ray because it's both DVD and Blu-ray. It's just a straight the discs. That's it. And we have, yeah, it's just a 4K disc. All right. I love the fact that it's not black. It's kind of this almost burnt kind of look, which is pretty cool. And I have to wait till September anyways to see Conjuring, so that's like in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So the movie's on the way. Oh, sorry, little burp. And there's of course other stuff too. Now as I recall, the movies I really want to see right now are, well, first and foremost, TRON, ARES, and of course, Conjuring. But I think there's a couple of other movies. I mean, I do want to see um, the Toxic Avenger, but I think there's one more movie too. Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat. So I've got two big ones in October I got to go see. But if anything, the one movie that's on my list to see no matter what will be The Conjuring Last Rites. So that's cool. And I've also got a couple of the Annabelle movies. I have the Nun one. I don't have two yet. I was really hoping they were going to do The Crooked Man as a movie. That would have been awesome. Plus, in the future, we'll be seeing both a CD and a vinyl of the TRON soundtrack. I don't know if I'm going to do the red or the white albums. They actually have two vinyl versions. So here's hoping. Anyways, guys, like and subscribe, hit the bell for notification, and I'll see you guys soon. And bye.